Paint the Heart, and I'm sharing 2 cards that I made using the free Lawn Fawn class that they had on Facebook, on their Facebook page. So it's to celebrate their birthday. They're actually a company that is based very close to where I live. So I usually go and do make and takes at a local scrapbook store, one of the few that are still open. That's not too far away from where they are. But, because of, the pandemic, they've been doing a lot of things online, of course, like everybody else. And so they had this free class to celebrate their birthday, and it's using their new stamp set and dies. This one escaped. This is called Bubbles of Joy, and Jen Shirkus, who is, I believe, a design team member with them, is doing the class. She's making 2 cards. She's also doing an additional class, which costs $18, which I believe it's still open because I think it's next week or the week after. I can't really remember when it is exactly. But that class, I believe, will also be on Facebook using the Bubbles of Joy stamp set, as well as the new, I don't know what it does. It like moves. I forget what they call it, but it's basically you'll be able to wave these little bubble wands around. So it's like a little tab thing. So anyway, I spent the day stamping out and cutting out all the pieces for that class. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in town for it, but I'm definitely going to watch the repeat on Facebook. But this class was free on Lawn Fawn, and it just used stuff from here. So you can use, if you have this stamp set, then you can use, and I recommend the dies for this one because it's got all these little pieces, but you could just use the stamp set and dies, and then whatever product you have. I didn't do exactly what she had. I did happen to have a Lawn Fawn plaid paper pad. I don't know if that's the one she used or not, but I just kind of used my own thing. And then I think she used the blue watercolor paper that I guess Lawn Fawn has, but I just used regular blue paper. And then I don't know if they use paper for this, but I actually used my stencils for that. So let me show you the 2 cards. So here's this first card, and just really cute. So she gave coloring tips. She showed you how to color all the pieces, and then you cut them out and then put them together. I actually watched the beginning of the video live for the coloring and everything, so I did that. And then I went and got my hair done. So I came back and I watched the rest on repeat. Mainly it was just putting it together. So I just kind of fooled around with putting it together. So it's fairly close. I don't think I had the exact hillside dies that she was using. I just used what I had in my stash because I have all kinds of stuff that can make hills and whatever. So I just used what I had. But here's the first card. And then I just did a little bit of stickles, a little bit on the bubbles. It gives it a little bit of sparkle. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's that first one. And then here is the second one. And then this is the one that I used my stencil. And this, I haven't cleaned the stencil off yet, but I used oxide, distress oxide. So it'll come right off my stencil. So I'm not worried about that. This is my favorite things stencil. And I actually just got this one, but I was going to do a video on a haul, but all this stuff I ended up just breaking out and using it. You can see all my fingers are inky. So I just used this stencil. I really like it. I think for me it needs a learning curve because I don't really do stencils very much for my clouds, but I think I'm going to because I really like how they look. So I did the stencil. I did my own little hill here, and then I put together all my little guys. They're all popped up, some of them, and then I used a little bit of stickles on the bubbles, and I really love how they came out. So if you want to learn how to make these 2 cards, then you can go to the Lawn Fawn Facebook page. They do have the video up so you can watch it, and it's this new stamp set and die called Bubbles of Joy. There it is right there. Thank you so much for watching. This is Cindy, Paint the Heart.